Good evening. My name is Karen Siemens, and I am proud to be the director of our symphonic band. We'll be playing two selections today for you, Simple Gifts and 23 Skidoo. And this group will also be performing next week for a senior luncheon in Cicero, so we're happy to be bringing our music out into the community. We hope you enjoy it.
child is still there and can't wait to sing them for you. So, here we go.
Oh, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby. 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 Oh, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I want to be a man cub and stroll right into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Oh, Scooby-Doo, I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you, too. You'll see it's true. Ain't like me. Can learn to be human too. Now don't try to keep me mad, and don't get in a stew. What I desire is man's red fire to make my dreams come true. Now give me the secret man, come on, just tell me what to do. Give me the power of man's red flower so I can be like you. Oh, Scooby-Doo, I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you, too. You'll see it's true, ain't like me. Can learn to be human too. Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I want to be a man cub and stroll right into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Oh, Scooby-Doo, I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you, too. You'll see it's true, and ain't like me. Can learn to be human too. Can learn to be human too.
That was Evan Boyer and Noel Sykes.
everyone, I apologize.
All those days chasing down a daydream, all those years living in a blur, all that time never truly seeing things the way they were.
Now she's here, shining in the starlight. Now she's here, suddenly I know. If she's here, it's crystal clear. there with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you what's coming up here. Next Thursday, we have our all jazz concert. The junior high and high school jazz programs will all be putting on a concert. The following Thursday is our orchestra concert. And then a few days later, June 3rd, the jazz groups will be at Sharky's. And June 5th is our, June 1st, glad I got them. June 1st, it's a Sunday. All the jazz groups will be at Sharky's for an interscholastic event. And then that Tuesday, June 3rd, will be our final concert. It's really not, but it is for you. So we hope you'll come. It's our teacher appreciation night, and it's our award night. And then 2 nights later is the big award night at the high school. And then the following week, there's Dollars for Scholars. So there's a lot going on, especially if you guys are parents of seniors. And congratulations. We've so enjoyed working with your seniors. And I want to point out 2 seniors right now. One is doing triple duty tonight. She doesn't know I'm about to do this, but Emma Wall was up in symphonic band, and she's in chorus, and you're going to see her with the band in just a moment. So she's been in all 3 things tonight. Our students just finished up Miss Masolo Fest, and they all did really wonderfully. I wanted to share one very special senior song with you. It's been a very long road with Ethan. He had some issues with his voice early on back in 10th grade, and it took a little while to get some things ironed out, and he overcame them all, including, can I tell him? Including a surgery he had to have on his vocal cords and everything. And he's one of the most musical young men I've ever met, and I felt so bad that he was being held up because of this problem with his vocal cords. But he got it straightened out. He was in All-County this year, and he did his Miss solo, and he scored a 100, and I would like him to share that solo with you right now. Ethan Marvis.
Once upon a time lived a fair princess, most beautiful and charming. Her father, the king, was a wicked old thing with manners most alarming. And always on the front door mat, a most ferocious dragon sat. It made such an awful shrieking noise, so all you little boys and girls beware. Take care of the green-eyed dragon with the 13 tails. He'll feed with greed on little boys, puppy dogs, and big fat snails. Then off to his lair each child he'll drag, and each of his 13 tails he'll wag. Beware, take care, and creep off on tiptoes. Then hurry up the stairs and say your prayers, and duck your heads, your pretty curly heads beneath the clothes, the clothes, the clothes. Dragon he lived for years and years, but he never grew much thinner. For lunch he'd try a policeman pie or a roast MP for dinner. One brave man went round with an axe and tried to collect his income tax. The dragon he smiled with fiendish glee and sadly murmured, R.I.P. beware. Take care of the green-eyed dragon with the 13 tails. He'll feed with greed on little boys, puppy dogs, and big fat snails. Then off to his lair each child he'll drag, and each of his 13 tails he'll wag. Beware, take care, and creep off on tiptoes. Then hurry up the stairs and say your prayers, and duck your heads, your pretty curly heads, beneath the clothes, the clothes, the clothes. The dragon went down to the kitchen one day when the fair princess was baking. He ate by mistake some rich plum cake which the fair princess was baking. That homemade cake he could not digest. He moaned and he groaned and at last went west. Jackney smiled with fiendish glee, and now he really is R.I.P. Beware. Take care of the green-eyed dragon with the 13 tails. He'll feed with greed on little boys, puppy dogs, and big fat snails. Then off to his lair each tide he'll drag, and each of his 13 tails he'll wag. Beware, take care, and creep off on tiptoes. Then hurry down the stairs and say your prayers and nod your heads, your pretty curly heads beneath the clothes, the clothes, the clothes.
Good evening, my name is Andrew Dolson and I'm a member of the saxophone section. Our first piece tonight was Go by Samuel Hazo. The energetic and fast-paced work captures the thrill of forward motion through the use of dynamic contrast, racing ostinatos, and sweeping melodic lines layered over pulsing rhythms. Our second piece tonight is Halcyon Hearts by Kataj Copley. The title evokes a sense of calm and joy. Halcyon referring to happiness and tranquility, and hearts symbolizing the warmth of human connection. Copley describes it as an ode to love and how it affects us all. The music flows with optimism, featuring lyrical melodies, lush harmonies, and a colorful orchestration that captures the feeling of hope. Halcyon Hearts is an uplifting reflection on the beauty of unity and the enduring power of love.
Good evening. My name is Drew Rebecki, and I'm the band director at CNS High School. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming out to support the arts in our district tonight. I say this often, probably at every concert, and I mean it every time I say it, but I consider myself to be incredibly lucky to create music with these wonderful musicians behind me. They've been so welcoming to me in my first year in the position, and they've made every day here something to look forward to. The next piece on our concert represents the start of a new tradition in the CNS band program. We have so much talent in our ensemble, as you can hear, and I wanted to come up with another way to feature some of it. That is how the creation of an annual programmed concerto came to be. This year's featured soloist is one of our flute players, Andrea Iqbal. She has a fan club. I've had the pleasure of knowing Andrea since she was in 7th grade. Andrea was a student of mine during my first year teaching at Roxborough Road Middle School. It did not take long for me to notice the musicianship that she possessed. Since then, she's gone on to perform in countless honors groups, all-county ensembles, area all-state ensembles, and most recently she performed in the All-Eastern Orchestra on piccolo. All-Eastern is composed of some of the top student musicians in 13 states and territories. She also performs outside of school in the Syracuse Young Artists Orchestra and the Syracuse Youth Wind Symphony. To say that we are all proud of her would be an understatement. Tonight, Andrea will be performing the Concertino for Flute by Cécile Chaminade. Composed in 1902 as a competition piece for the Paris Conservatory, it remains one of her most beloved and performed pieces. The piece opens with a lyrical and expressive theme that is soon followed by virtuistic flourishes. The middle section ventures into a more dramatic and harmonically adventurous territory, offering contrast before returning to the original theme, now ornamented and expanded. The piece concludes with the dazzling coda, a final flourish that celebrates the flute's brilliance. It is without further ado that we present to you Concertino for Flute by Cécile Chaminade.
Bertram, and I am a member of the flute section. Our fourth piece of the night is Shenandoah by Farrington Kelly, a beautiful and expressive setting of the traditional American folk song. The piece opens with a sense of stillness and space, gradually building in intensity and color. The Kelly's orchestration highlights the natural beauty of the melody, weaving textures that feel both expansive and deeply personal. While the original origin of the folk song is uncertain, its universal message of yearning and connection has endured.
my name is Emma Wall. I'm a senior and I'm also a member of our clarinet section. Our last piece tonight is Animation, Episode 1, Wabbit, by Randall Sandrich. This fast-paced, humorous, and wildly entertaining piece is inspired by classic Saturday morning cartoons. This piece operates under the conceit that it's a lost score to a forgotten cartoon. It opens with a lively, nostalgic melody reminiscent of classic cartoons, setting the stage for a wild chase. A hunter stalks his mischievous target only for the tables to turn as the rascal leads him through the forest, city streets, and a chaotic construction site. Along the way, the hunter is duped by disguises, outpaced in slapstick pursuits, and ultimately meets his comedic downfall via a falling anvil and a fake door in the sky. As his spirit floats upward, the rascal gives the audience a final wink before the credits roll.
That is it for our concert tonight. Thank you again so much for coming out, supporting these students in the band, chorus, symphonic band. It means so much to them. It means so much to us as music teachers here. So thank you for allowing us to share our music with you tonight. Have a great rest of your night, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.